Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Keshante Chantel. As you can see from the title of the video, we are recreating the most iconic look from the most iconic makeup artist, influencer, etc. So I am recreating this look from Uche Natori. So it is an inspired look. I'm absolutely obsessed. She is just a really great makeup artist and she has gotten the girls going crazy. If you don't know who she is, I'm going to introduce you to her because she's just fabulous. Not long ago, Rihanna had launched some concealers and Uche did this really pretty, stunning look. Stunning glam. Like, look at this. Beautiful. Very, very beautiful. And she had the girls like going crazy because everybody's like, oh my gosh, I want that look. How do we get this? So if you haven't been to her page, because so many people were just requesting to like get that snatched base routine, she launched Uche University. And so I follow her. I absolutely love her makeup. She had this really snatched cat eye and I just wanted to recreate it using just basically her methods. So that is what we're doing today. So I recreated it. And I got a lot of love on social media with people just requesting the look that I did. And it was inspired by Uche. So I recreated the video that I did for my YouTube channel. And so we're just gonna do that. If that's something that you're interested in, I'm going very thorough and deep. This is gonna be all of the products that I use, the methods that I use to achieve this look. If it's something that you're interested in, stick around because you won't be disappointed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join my beautiful online family. I want to give a shout out to all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much for joining my online family. I really do appreciate you guys. Any engagement helps this channel to grow. And yeah, thank you for rocking with me. So we're gonna go ahead and jump straight into this bomb ass look. All right, so I kind of want to get this hair out of my face for right now because I feel like it's a bit much. So I'm just using some claw clips. I did a video on this specific wig. I actually hadn't worn it since that video. So you guys can go back and check it out. I left the link of how to purchase it and whatnot. So most important thing, Uche does a lot of skin prep. So I'm gonna go in with the Bobbi Brown. This is their hydrating face moisturizer, and I'm also going to be using the Fenty Pro Filter primer. Now she uses the soft matte one. I don't have that one and I wasn't going to go buy it just for this tutorial, so we're going to use what we have. So I'm going to start off just putting the moisturizer all over my skin. Now this is my everyday moisturizer, not just because of Uche or anything. This just works so well for my skin. And I'm getting it all in my hair, but that's okay. All right, next I'm gonna do basically about 3 pumps. One on my forehead, on my cheeks, and then I just take the rest of that product and just disperse it. So that's basically it for the skin prep. She may use another primer, but this is all that we're gonna do. All right, so for the eyes, that's what we're gonna start off first, because I just feel like I don't want like any fallout or anything. So I'm gonna use the NYX brow glue. Mine looks crazy because I use it all the time and it probably has like a little bit of makeup in there, but that's okay. So just start off, you can just take it like that, get the product in the brows because you want the brow hairs to stand up. This has been quite honestly one of my favorite products to use day in and day out. There is the Refi one that a lot of people tend to use, but like I don't know, I don't feel like spending, I don't feel like it's necessary to have to spend so much money on when you're only gonna get like such little product. Now, one of my favorite things to use for my eyebrows is the Anastasia brow powder. This is in the shade Chocolate. I love it, love it, love it. It's just one of those colors that I feel just work best for me. Once you shape your brow hairs into place, it's very, very easy to start shaping your eyebrow the way that you want it. And you don't have to use so much product. So as you can see, like, it's just gonna do the job for you. And that literally took minimal to no effort at all. All right, so I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna clean this up with some concealer. I'm gonna be using the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. This one is in the shade Medium Warm. And I just take that underneath. Very, very easy. And I just bring it down. And then I take the rest of the product and drag it across. And then drag it down. Because I typically use it for my highlight. And then I don't necessarily go on top with the concealer. Because I mean, I don't really feel like you have to do that. Now, if you want to, you will. It's your face. This just works for me. And again, like, I just make sure that I blend that out. And I also use that concealer as an eyeshadow base. Because I feel like, you know, you can use an eyeshadow base if you want to. This one is one of my favorites. This is the P. Louise Base Pro. This is so old and it's like I have like that much product in there left. It's hard to use all of it and I refuse to buy another one. We're all about just saving money, I guess. So the best thing to do for this, I like to take a bronzer, and I use a bronzer as eyeshadow, and I just basically put that all over my lid. Because the goal is to have like that kind of blank canvas, but a little bit of color there. Uche is a wonderful makeup artist, and I'm so happy that she's getting the recognition that she deserves, because a lot of times it's kind of hard to find a makeup artist who does like more natural styles but glam, and it just is wearable outside. I see a lot of people do like more of the fun colors, and not so many people are into like color anymore. So she does like a lot of these natural glams, but it's like really vamped up and they look so flawless. All right, so eyeliner can be very unforgiving sometimes. So when you're doing a wing, maybe sometimes go in with the gel liner first. What I used was the Morphe 2. This is just basically a gel liner. Very easy to use, very easy to glide on. Wing liner is not the easiest for me to do. I'll drag that up, bring it down, and just fill it in. Now, Uche's eye shape is it's defined. It's like an almond eye. So like when she does the wings, they just look very sharp and snatched. She also has that inner corner liner. So I would say just basically do the gel liner when you're doing a wing. All right, so we're gonna smoke out this liner. This is not any specific brush, but just start diffusing that line on the liner so it just kind of blends upward into the shadow. It's one of the main reasons why you want to use a gel liner, because it makes it so much easier to do this. And then you can take a little bit of black eyeshadow, just go on top of that to smoke it a little bit more. But you want to diffuse that harsh line so that it makes it easier to do this. It's just basically a shadow wing. It is a little bit bigger than what you would normally do for your typical wing. And then I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna do the other side. So these are my go-to lashes. They are absolutely my favorite. I use them every single day. So I get these off of TikTok Shop. I use these lashes every single day. They are my absolute favorite. The only reason why I haven't linked them is because one, you have to have like 1,000 followers on TikTok to link anything, and I don't. So before we use these, I'm gonna go in with the Bobbi Brown mascara. So this is just basically the smoky eye mascara. And I'm just gonna coat my lashes with this. So go in with basically 2 coats of mascara. I don't know how much mascara you guys put on, but this is enough for me because I'm gonna wear false lashes, so it doesn't really matter. Just gonna put my lashes on, but I try to put them on at like an angle because I feel like that gives more of like that sexy cat eye look. So I put them on and then I take the ends and pull them upward. Once I get my foundation on, I am going to just kind of line my eyes with the ink liner a little bit more in the inner corners so it's just more defined. So the biggest thing we're gonna move on to is the foundation part, because Uche put me on to these 2 foundations. Now I am a NARS girly. I absolutely love NARS foundation. I swear by it. But I've been wearing this one right here for the longest time. So this is the Radiant Longwear. This is my favorite foundation. But she mixes these 2. So this is the Soft Matte Complete foundation, and this one is the Light Reflecting foundation. She mixes the 2 of these together and she gets the most flawless base. And I'm just gonna use this It Cosmetics brush. So I'm gonna start off by putting a little bit of the Soft Matte foundation all over, because both of these are full coverage foundations. So I feel like you don't have to use a whole lot of it. So I'm just gonna swirl that in. Next, I'm going in with the Light Reflecting on top of that. So I think I'm only gonna do just maybe 3 pumps and what was left on the other side. So I'm gonna take that on top so that it gives it, because the matte one is definitely matte and this one just brings a little bit of luminosity to the skin. And then I'm gonna take that down just so that it blends. One thing about Uche, she's gonna tell you when it comes to makeup, if you want your makeup to look like hers, put that shit on. Put it on. Don't be like, oh, I wanna use just a little bit of makeup, blah, blah, blah. Because honestly, she gets her flawless base look just from using a lot of makeup. Now, the star of the show is her concealer. So the biggest thing is her highlight under her eye is just like flawless. It's amazing. I'm not going to use the same exact products that she used because, I mean, I believe she's using the NARS concealers. And although I have a bunch of NARS concealers, this is my favorite concealer. So this is the e.l.f. Camo. One is the matte finish and this one is the hydrating one. So I'm gonna use these 2. You want a bright, bold concealer underneath the eye. And you're gonna start off by using one that's gonna be more in your shade tone. And her placement of her concealer is very important because she does like this, it's almost like a check mark and it lifts the face. So that's kind of what I do. And I keep it right in this area. Like that. And when you do it that way, it definitely makes it easier to blend. And then I'm just gonna do an upside down triangle on my forehead. I typically do that anyway when I like to highlight this area. And then I'm gonna do one right here on the chin. So trust me on this, when you're doing your concealer, It's not a less is more type thing. Put that shit on. But also let it sit for a second, build up coverage, and then go in and blend it. So I'm gonna give it maybe about 2 minutes. Also, I want to put you guys on to something. If you haven't tried this, I live in South Carolina and we are sweet tea drinkers here, but this is amazing. So if you live up north and you've had New York sweet tea before, you know that their sweet tea is flavored with lemon. This tastes just like New York tea. So this is the Kangxi Fu. It's the ice black tea with lemon flavor. It is amazing. I brought like a case of these. So there's a girl that I work with and she just basically let me try it and I was just like blown away, and I put so many people on. So I'm gonna put you on. I'm gonna put you on because that's who I am. I love to introduce people to new things. So if you happen to try it and you love it, let me know. So I'm gonna go in. I just got this, well, I got it a couple months ago, but I'm gonna use it now. I got this brush. It's from Shein. It's just basically a concealer brush, and I'm just gonna tap this product in, but I'm not gonna swirl it. I'm just gonna keep it where it is, but just make sure that I just kind of diffuse it a little bit so that it's not so harsh. And then I'm gonna do the other side. All right, so Uche typically uses the NARS Laguna bronzer. It is a cream bronzer. I don't have this one, so we're gonna use the Anastasia cream bronzer. This one is in the shade Terracotta. It is definitely dark, so we're only gonna use a little bit. I'm gonna use my Bobbi Brown Precise blending brush, and I'm just going to swipe that like right down there, right under where the concealer is. And then I am going to put some on my forehead like that. And then take the rest that's on the brush and buff it into the chin. And then now I'm just gonna start pressing this into the skin, but just kind of using a bouncing motion like that. So this is more of a cool tone bronzer, which is basically great for sculpting. So you can kind of see like I have that snatched look going on my cheekbones. And then I'm just gonna press this into my forehead. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. And then I wanna use a little bit more because I want like that really chiseled look, like so, like that. Now I love me a good cream blush, yes I do. So I'm gonna go in with Pink Lady from Juvia's Place, and I'm just gonna pop that right there. I'm gonna use a fluffy brush just to blend that out. I don't want my blush to really be like the star of the show, so I'm just gonna take whatever excess I have and just kind of wipe it off on a tissue. You guys know with the Juvia's Place blushes, they are very, very pigmented. So a little bit of them is going to go a long way. You don't have to use a whole bunch. We're gonna go in with that super light concealer. This is very, very bright. Just wait, you'll see. We're gonna put that right there in the inner corner. And just right there, nowhere else. Because any product that might be left over, I can use for like my forehead, chin, whatever. Next, I'm gonna take a smaller fluffy brush and I'm just gonna press this product into the skin. I'm mainly keeping it right here in my inner corner, but I did sweep a little bit like right under the eye, and then I just, same tissue, knock off any excess. And then the brush that I had the blush on, I'm just gonna go over that. So you see I have that really pretty bright under eye. Next we're gonna go in and we're gonna set it. I'm gonna set mine using the I cannot say that word. I can't say it. I'm gonna set it using the Banana Bread by Huda Beauty. Oh my goodness. That word be kicking my ass, y'all. I'll be ready to say Huda Booty so bad. All right, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of that, tap off any excess, and just start setting. I like to set around my nose and on top of the mouth because I feel like the makeup tends to come off quickly. All right, so the same bronzer that we use for our eyes, I'm gonna go in and use that just to define my contour and set that a little bit more. And then around the perimeter of my forehead and my chin. I don't contour my nose, but I know that Uche does. So I'm just gonna do a little bit. Same bronzer. And I'm just diffusing that line because I don't like a harsh line. I don't want people to know that I have contour on my nose. And sometimes if you do it too harshly, you can definitely see it. And then for my inner corners, I'm gonna set my inner corners with a brighter highlight. So I'm gonna use the Anastasia translucent powder, and I'm only gonna pop this in my inner corner. Just right there. I'm gonna let that sit for a bit and then we'll dust it off. So I want a little bit more of a pinkier blush. So I'm gonna use the Rare Beauty. This is their powder blush. This one's in the shade Happy. And I'm just gonna go over my cheeks just a little bit. So it just gives me a little bit more of that pinky tone, but also more luminosity. And then I want to set this. I'm going to use my e.l.f. Power Grip. This one's the hydrating. All right, and now I'm gonna take that liquid liner and I'm going to give myself a more pointy inner corner. You can see a big difference with that. I brought it down just a little bit, and then I'm gonna line my eyes with this gel liner. I'm gonna line my bottom line. Do you see how that is way more sultry? Like it kinda upward. And fill that in because I feel like some of the makeup may have like dimmed the black down a little bit. So that is definitely more sultry and more sexy. And there's a good reason why we put the powder on the lids, because sometimes if you don't have a really good waterproof gel liner, it will just kind of creep up here just a little bit. And for my lips, I kept it very simple. So I'm going to get off any foundation, and then I'm gonna line my lips with the Bobbi Brown chocolate lip liner. So this is my favorite lip liner. I have like 3 or 4 of them because it has like that reddish brown tint to it. Once it blends in with your lip gloss or lipstick, it just looks so pretty on the lips. Alright, and so for my lip gloss, I'm going to go in with the Tom Ford. This is number 14 Crystalline. It's just basically a plain lip gloss. It's got like a little bit of color to it, but not a whole lot. And I just go over that. Tom Ford has really nice lip gloss. I don't think that it's worth the price because this is like $50, I think, but it does look really pretty on. So, I mean, you be the judge of that. So, I'm just putting a little bit more powder on because I want like a bronzier look. Don't want to feel so washed out. But this is basically the final look. I think that it came out well. I feel like if you follow her tutorials on her page, you will be able to achieve like a very flawless look. But I think people also need to keep in mind with Uche Natori, she has been doing her makeup for a very long time, and so she knows her face. The makeup looks that she does are catered to her face, not just a generalized demographic of women. So at the end of the day, to say that I recreated her look using her methods, I think that it came out so flawless and so pretty. And I am just like obsessed. I'm obsessed with the hair. I'm obsessed with the makeup. I think it looks flawless. Guys, if you haven't already, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join my beautiful online family. If you recreate this look, let me know. Definitely let me know. Don't forget to subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.